Hi there, my name is April and I'm one of the interior design leaders for IKEA US. Today I come to you from my current work from home location, which actually is not my home but my parents' house. Typically I live in Philadelphia. I was on vacation visiting my family when the pandemic started, so I have been staying home and staying healthy here on the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State. Going from living in the city to living in a remote location in the country has given me a newfound appreciation for convenience, especially when it comes to food. I have recently had to change my mindset when it comes to grocery shopping and meal planning as well. I have always considered myself to lead a pretty sustainable and eco-conscious lifestyle. However, I've recently become very aware of how much food waste I am responsible for, specifically when it relates to leftovers. So here's the truth. This is full disclosure and confession time. Prior to this lifestyle shift, I could have had a fridge full of healthy food options, just bought at the grocery store, but then would get a craving for pizza and off I'd go on my mobile app to order dinner, leaving my just purchased spring mix to slowly wilt in the refrigerator until it was too far gone to save. I don't think I'm the only one that's guilty of doing this. So today, I'd like to share with you a few ways to help reduce food waste to help you be more sustainable when it comes to food in general. So for me, meal planning is key. Specifically, think of meals that you can make that have similar main ingredients. This way, you're not buying a ton of food that you only end up using half of. Recently, for example, I made quesadillas for myself and my family, and I made way too much of it. This is a problem I have when I start cooking and creating as I go. The quantity gets quickly out of control, and after that evening's dinner, I knew I needed to do something with leftovers, as this is no time to be wasteful. So I started thinking about how I can reinvent this meal a few times over without feeling like I'm destined to eat quesadillas for the rest of my life, which honestly sounds great until it's your possible reality. I ended up making some Mexican stuffed bell peppers and a lovely vegan chili, all from the quesadilla filling I had already prepared. Another great thing to do if you have the space and means to do so is composting. This way your food waste actually isn't waste at all. It just goes back into the earth, helping to create wonderful soil to grow flowers and more veggies. And no worries if growing things isn't your thing. It's still a nice thing to do for the planet. So think about how you cut your veggies to minimize your waste as well. For example, making those stuffed bell peppers, there's a lot of bell pepper left on the top that I've chopped off. So what I did was went ahead and break down those tops and put them in the freezer. And once I've accumulated enough veggie scraps in the freezer, I'm well on my way to creating a really nice veggie stock or a really nice soup. A great way to also use your leftovers. For composting, I prefer a method called cold composting. It's as simple as collecting the organic materials that would typically go in your trash, such as vegetable peels, fruit peels, coffee grounds, filters, eggshells, and having a small bin dedicated for this in the kitchen is handy. And keep it small as you'll want to take it outside often. Outside, you'll need a small area in your yard or garden space to empty your bin. This can be added to the yard waste you have there as well, such as grass clippings. You'll want to combine it with the soil that is already there, rake it through, and in a couple months, your food waste will transfer back into the earth. If you live in the city and don't have access to any gardens or outdoor space, reach out to a community garden. I'm sure they might like your compost, or cities, even some, offer composting as an option to include with your trash pickup. There are many ways to go about composting. This by far for me is the simplest method. Key things that will help also with your leftover remix are glass containers. These are excellent because they go from the oven to the fridge to the microwave and back again, and you don't need to worry about any of the weird food stains that you get when you're using plasticware, because glass cleans up really nicely. In addition to these tips, eating a plant-based diet is also a really great thing to do for yourself and the environment, even if it's just a day or two a week. So maybe next Monday, think about doing a meatless Monday for dinner. I hope that this has given you some ideas on reusing food, eliminating waste, and giving what's in your pantry a second look. Your bellies, your wallet, and the planet are all going to appreciate it.